Osha the first 18 Chelsea at the Kobo game na Raheem Sterling enka ho. Na Enzo Maresca catch him the reason why intia Abrante no enso enka no squad ho.
So I just try to be honest. I said, and I can repeat again in case it's not clear. I spoke with Raheem before City game. I said that he's going to struggle to get minutes with us, and this is the reason why he was out of the squad. And with Chile, I said that it's a lovely guy, but he's going to struggle because his position with us is going to struggle. So if you define this brutal, it's up to you to decide. For me, it's not brutal. It's just honest.
Okay. Enti mincha chensemu kakra. Coach Enzo Maresca say before Obobo aye oni City game no. Ofra Brent Fencer Raheem Sterling. Ano catch and secretary. Me can crash or me honest to you. Born now me kwa kobo no first 18. Me mfa udi enka ho. Ana o say Raheem Sterling busa and say chairman na reason and saying. And also catch Brent and say look, me can crash no. Position now born na kasa sisi currently our Chelsea no. Some show players are on the tutu aye Raheem Sterling na. Then you struggle to get minutes. Our Chelsea and now I am team now to say Misha and so our Chelsea Football Club. And you also need to kind of crack at the child branch and say the position as so about Chelsea no any the kind of players or no mudina air compete for that position no a branch and the best struggle pa into only why honest to the guy Bibia Chelsea say Raheem Sterling no Chelsea. And so ebeja no kwan na de okan ya ashoki obia no eno na me baba bono obia na afi yachim.
I'm not working with 42 players. That is something that from outside. I'm working in this moment with 21 players. Today's session is with 20 players. Yesterday's session was with 21. So it's the other 15 or 20 they're training apart, and in USA we had 26 or 27 players. So it's not if they are Chelsea player 42 43, yes, for sure, but they are not working with me every day. I don't see them, so it's not a mess like looks from outside. Absolutely not. We have a big squad, and for me it's impossible to give all of them minutes. So some of them, if they are looking for minutes, probably it's better to leave, and in case they don't leave, they have a contract here and they are Chelsea player.
Okay, enti ano ayen sama Enzo Maresca enso kan na nasam no se mi chemu ti ana afi makwa beja fo ho a coach ni say ono obeso Chelsea bobu kunum no ono one coach a ompe team abe na players bebre oso won cheda mpesa enti obeso puni the size of a Chelsea team no na akoso kra bi abe 23 bi na odi aye adwuma enso awo aye Chelsea although odi tum say players ni bi ho no ma e bi was 6 years 5 years whatever but what catch them say on the team na o hye no you have to compete so compete now channel say so ma first level mu ewurade a o ma first level na 18 mu no so am wawuram on fa so na aye ho ahwan what sign 7 years what sign ho ahwan so we team compete here the Chelsea team no sim now so competing fufro na onso bo sa interview Enzo Maresca and na akwakwa na man for say hey na opinions on new players no asase ye say players okay see mama say some for free Enzo Maresca papa ni some work can onya problem with the players
Rich maminchia wati for first of all maminchia aprokusu any CD I'm sure upon them then chip and so I'm in a hospital then of course Brakweku. Rich unim I fell in love with Enzo Maresca and fell in love with him. My a little bit indifferent. Say okay papa no be ya de onya de ni maybe me a little bit careful. But yesterday I fell in love with Enzo Maresca. Unim Jose Mourinho returned back to Chelsea after Chelsea winning the Champions League with Mata and all of those senior players now. In the first press conference as Chelsea second-time manager, Jose Mourinho say, one Manuel Mata now, or yeah, one of the best number 10s in the job in England, and everybody has seen him before. No? Also on your number 10. Me pay Oscar. Give me Oscar. Obi say, hey, man, what matter? Okay, yatias yenko. We know what happened. Man, no matter was successful at Manchester United, Oscar was successful at Chelsea. When a certain Joseph Guardiola ever to Manchester City, there was a certain Joe Hart. Joe Hart, England #1 at the time, one of the best in the post. Pep Guardiola say, my ideas of playing the game, Joe Hart doesn't fit it into Mr. Munkonko for Claudio Bravo mra. Claudio Bravo ba, and it didn't work. Later they went off for Edison Morales. We know the history and the story. Nyakani Nyande says it's history. There is Otamendi Mo, there are a lot of these players. Mikel Arteta. Obe fast na Jumano. There was Mesut Ozil, who say Enye Kevin De Bruyne in the constitution of the proper number 10s in the history of the game in the APL in the modern times. No, you will mention Mesut Ozil, you mention Cesc Fabregas. Mesut Ozil, who had been very successful at Real Madrid. Mikel Arteta said he doesn't fit how I want to play. Inti min nadao, min sugar coatiu, min can't just watch na bebo ade beti na utimi mona fedie. What they a lot of animosity na about team. Inti me srew pam no trano. You don't fit into the system I want to play. And need you more. Let's find a gentleman's agreement and then go elsewhere. And then America. Ni America say, for me, nipa bia or ya honest or ya straightforward in a line of job. Now all sugar coatiasem. No, but straightforward to do. Most of the times they attain success and then they are honest and then they get results. I fall in love with people like that. I fell in love with Enzo Maresca. Now let me give you the chronicle of events. Enzo Maresca catch a journalist and say Chelsea 3 games from mobile America. First one against Wrexham. Tariq George and a boy at wing. Because journalists man Mobiati as say Sterling about Manchester United saying no see there be Sterling and you want to start against Wrexham. In the game against, I think the next game, Mihalo Modric na boy. Then the third game, Sterling Babe starts here. Into Osi as a manager, he wanted to see all of them. He doesn't think that Sterling fits how he wants to play. Obia out here, I want to say, any reservations about João Felix. Obia any reservations about João Felix. But to be very honest with you, one of the positives of João Felix, any goal contributions with the last season, our Barcelona, which was better than Sterling. Same for Pedro Porro. Goal contributions better than Sterling at Wolves with the last time. Again, the ball retention of João Felix is better. And no say Sterling any good winger like the manager said. But also he doesn't fit. It's for me, I don't necessarily see a problem on him. And then now so you're clear. Say, oh, for Chelsea team now. 40-42 now moto abontin and no more na moti. But for me, I have 22, 23 players. And I think that I am okay with the things that I'm seeing. Rich say, Coach Bebana, so be honest, so be straightforward to you, they can get a job right now. Chelsea are very close to doing something very monumental in English Premier League next season. And the net zero possibly they can attain. This season, official deals are players Chelsea Diaba, Philip Jorgensen 20.9, Tosin Adrebia 0, Oman to Escabia, Caleb Willie, Omade Strasbourg, Aaron Anselmino 15.6, Kenan Drewsby 30, Omari Kellyman 19, Renato Viega 12, Mark Guiu 5, Pedro Neto 54, João Felix 44.5. Players at Chelsea at home. Last season, or the Lewis Hall Emma Newcastle on loan. And Okache Newcastle says, your boss is anyway. Now, would the 15th or above, Ubetuameka 28 million for an academy player who had played less than 10 games for Chelsea in the senior team. That is what we are talking about. Ian Matheson, Chelsea turned for 37.5 million. Emma Aston Villa, Michael Golden 5 million, Mark Bastow 2 million. Diego Moreira 6.8, Chelsea and TSK no Kofano, Watone 6.8, Conor Gallagher 36 million, Omari Hutchison 22 million, Bashir Humphries 12 million academy player, all more Boba Chelsea for no. Chelsea are top players 149.3. It means that Chelsea Timiton Lukaku and Giovanni Mana is in town in London. In the next 24 hours, the deal for Lukaku will be done. Yedi Kanka say Lukaku is separate from Victor Oshimen deal, no? And Lukaku getting the job done. So if Lukaku is done for around 30 million, another sale and Chelsea will reach net zero. It's for me there. I think that as a coach, you need honesty. You need to be
why you bold?
No, why you bold? No, I can't ask them. Then you go on and do your job. Say a far and far you go your way. But say over that nipano not to bench, not to bench. Any moment the problem more about in the long run than say only my player na corner.
Minimum only South School of Thought near idea. So I bold and or kind of no, by honest. It means if you so nice and quite diplomatic. 70 billion conferences. More kind of public.
I belong to both.
Okay.
I belong to both of the school of thought, no. But me who say there should be more hands in getting both done. And Mami Chichiro. When you say Oliver Boya say share the depth of the Chelsea squad now. Rich, there is nowhere. But many players will be disabled league. And see, on one share Facebook and they will see goalkeepers, right backs, left backs, centre halves, central midfielders, offensive midfielders, wing forwards, strikers, ankasa. Look at it. There is nowhere you can go on as a team with a lot of these players.
Maybe we'll create 7 players.
Yes. And the fundamental ejuma is that you have to prove the squad. There is a responsibility on the technical team to cut down the size of the Chelsea squad. Now you see, last week the conversation was that Sir Enzo call any media appearance. Now some 12 say yes, 42, 43 players and only Juma. He kept on telling them so there be any no credit. Yes, players no idea. But every more coming because they are training with a reserve team. Almost day to day with the first team. I mean, for the first team. And see, there are players that mean for the info. And we say, almost here. I don't train with them. Now, Rich, how will you consistently have a team? Some first team players, Amando Broja, Raheem Sterling, Romelu Lukaku, big names. Now, we are comfortable always facing the media and telling themselves, some players will meaning because I'm only reserve team for the training. That is an unpleasant situation for any coach. Now, I am also a police squad now. But how do you go about it? Enzo, it's a problem. Like Enzo, Osio, I've met the players. So here, the English media try to be mischievous. So are you not trying to be too brutal? Also, it is either Omontiasi and I say he's not communicating well. But on repeat, you say, and you say, this is, he took it without telling the players one-on-one. We from the office. Let me know what didn't come up. Let me catch you say, you are so close to requirements to me. And the place me and Obiat and one say, look, I never hear him standing in Gua. And now I can say, Yajin him standing number 7 just and the Ama Pedro Neto. Yajin travel to Roba number 14 just and the Ama Felix. Coach, this is what catch them benchiwa. And so say, the way I want to train, in all honesty, in the train and put on Enzo Maresca, train on Super Sobono. And also has been affected there, but then kind of cringe. Even player this is James. Say, and you is James in the figure, and then the captain, oh yeah. And so, all power pieces, So, I'm not coach the best of us, no only better than no one to me now. And they go back the same thing, so they actually are ready for the James. But which, and your coach in a said to inform the players, no problem. But at this point, maybe someone will say, I didn't think that I coach and responsibility to deal with the pruning of Chelsea squad. No, maintain Omuko sporting directors and Nka.
Also, I'm going to 2 players.
Yes, and I don't hear Omu play. Look, in all honesty, I was a coach, only players need to come. But so Enzo Maresca figure now. Now when they be a football, any just start to feel the no proper no. Any phenomenal ecosystem. Maintain the role of stewards, any Lawrence will do movie when it comes to play of the squad. And I'm a major problem, Kaka. Look, England and foreign are trying to mirror administrative structure from Europe. Rich Minoga say, How many times you want to say, yes, you can come back to Man City? What to say, yes, Hansi Flick, and all corner more bombarding with the rule say, a crime Ben and fast or catch a Gundogan Salomon. No, because they could be. And now, Bassa Epe, Acuna Ama Victor Rokino. What to say, yes, Betis from paying for Sporting Club in Portugal and paying for who do they meet? Deco. It is a sporting director takes care of Sam Way, see a coach in Benin to work on the first team. And it tells the structure of my own. You are trying to mirror an European structure. Now, in terms of the responsibility in dealing with San Marino, and it is affecting the coach, the concentration on the job he has to do. And now, press conference or which information about it? Now it's about him telling the Wakache Benchiwo, the Wakache players, no, what did he perform? And look, we must be very, very smart. Sankara him telling the Benchiwo, Maresca, come English players, and Kadi came blues out. It is because they are English players. And you think that English media no, are trying to make a whole issue about it. The normal customary say, Coach Akache player say you are not part of his plans. Say and yet Maresca the first person to say it. I'm not the first person to say it. I'm not the first person to say it. And now I can say, look at the treatment to about Lukaku. Issues are my call. We are not of players at Chelsea. And you will be more Makasa. But because these boys are English players, the English media will always have a way to make you look bad. So my last point in here. Look, Chelsea as a club have history with player power. Chelsea as a club have history with player power. Now, meaning say they are trying to change a lot of things for her. But which the way Enzo Maresca is being too honest and raw, and they're the blatant in front of the media, no. And here you get a problem with the players. Share, and your fluke say football administrators catch us say players are a ma. Because they just want to say it too. They are trying to tell you with experience with how you deal with players. Now, Ebia, Rahim telling Beko, Benchi or Beko. Omar see Omunya part of the plans in the Beko. But players no matter what club you know. Which they only to team coach, you know, being so blunt with the issues and saying, I am in control this out of man.
You can't compete, leave.
They watch you and they say, and then they are him telling. So is that how the coach is going to tell the media and come on media and how you want me to get out of the club? What's the American say? And Chelsea was our history, you know, of players coming out to confess, say, Coach me dance so media saying your mama no
example AVB.
Yes.
Me small boys in the ball no ball. Ti John Terry money again there.
Museke ene.
Boys return oh sir.
What you say?
Send your cover board. Yeah, who result of it?
And you see, you can't in the dressing room of Chelsea. Rich, Uchu Mutaya. Player this Rahim Sterling in the bench. Young crowd Chelsea dressing room. They are very, very influential people within the dressing room. And they are respected because of Bono, any squad any other. So if you even treat players now get some respected like this, Rich, man can never form one and say no, this coach. Especially when we are not talking about Carlo Ancelotti. Oh, and yet top manager. Uncle, make so you slow. Enzo Maresca, they are keeping championship about Chelsea, and you are treating your players, you know, the way you are treating us. For me, I think that Nanka wasn't the first, and the other directors who should have helped.
There is a little bit of this Raheem Sterling issue. Enzo Maresca said 2 days before the City game. When was the first time you heard about it? Raheem Sterling on more Chelsea. The day before the day na Chelsea Kubo City, no.
1 hour
to the game. And Raheem Sterling agency. And they bet 2 on them the discussions they've had with the coach. So you can't even blame ono Maresca no
Now
ono adi nkoma sekukwa mu
now you see as
omo bisa no in before the game no or see technical issue ma mo worry just technical me and me say na me fa ne ma then the agency puts this out
now you see as Fiifi-Manfred it is similar to Ghana's situation with Andrea Yusisiano. Very, very similar. Look, Chelsea, Ekobo game no. Any Omubo game ni you could clearly say that because Enzo Maresca was concentrated on the City game, not on who the statement from Raheem Sterling. Now, also say now, Oba until what statement, and he's trying to be blessed. Nasa Kwan Makacha is on your part of my plans. But so Raheem Sterling a message over the Bible until they were saying so. I went on a cutting holiday shot. He has had a very, very good preseason. Why are you ready to be with the Chelsea team? And even the decision is on squad no for Man City no. Or no Raheem Sterling on Chelsea. So what you have some of every man's can see here now. And in some of Raheem Sterling now. And Chelsea Raheem Sterling was not completely truthful. Because I can't say you are not part of the plan. Then why are you even only service in the team I go for City?
Have you ever?
And you move on from this, but the repercussion and
I mean, who's the problem?
In China say they are not playing any part.
And have you
problem? Certain
bad blood
between one and one.
Coach in the place.
You see, Chelsea dynamics, you know, a year completely different. Huh? Because as far back as 2003. And it is a Russia brand between Roman Abramovich and the Chelsea team. The Fiifi can beat money those other guys, you know. And Obefa team, no, that time, no, now Claudio Ranieri and a manager or Chelsea. The thinker man, Chelsea manager. Or buying in the first year, say getting to the second year, no Pam Ranieri if you want to offer Mourinho buy. So they make an. We share from 2003 to 2022. Abramovich, edit team ni ma to bully for because of this Russia and Ukraine war in my cake and one. I've discussed it several times for Hannah. And Abramovich, you know, Chelsea had 15 managers. 15 managers in 19 years. 50 managers in 19 years. Into an average, you know, we are looking at bare 1.3 manager every year. 15 managers in 19 years. And the rest, as we say, is history. Chelsea are the most successful football club in England under the Abramovich era. Close to 19 or 20 years. Champions League, Europa League, Super Cup, one. So many trophies. Sir, 50 managers on Maker and Abramovich for 19 years. The only one or chair what Chelsea pioneer Jose Mourinho. Mourinho spent 3 years and 3 months. 50 managers in 19 years. You know. The longest serving Chelsea manager under Abramovich was Jose Mourinho, who spent 3 years and 3 months, 185 games. 3 years, 3 months equal to 185 games. Wouldn't danger. Because Mourinho banned the first season, 2004-2005, or the Premier League in my Chelsea. Then the second season, also defended the Premier League title side my Chelsea. Then the third season, normally Mourinho, the third year cares in a man for Kekano. And then start year Basana, a Pam Manokoy. Under Todd Bowley, 2022 to date, which is almost about 2 years. Because I think it was in November. It's close to 2 years. Chelsea and close to 6 managers in 2 years. 6 managers. Yes, I'm telling you, 6 managers. The 6 managers, Lampard came 2 times. Lampard did the Lampard in win percentage at Everton was there 27.3% over Everton. But confined by 2 times. About Chelsea, about 11 games, so winning back on Edrom, lose 8. About Chelsea. Then you have Bruno Salto, you have Graham Potter. Graham Potter did 206 days. 206 days spent at
Bruno Salto cried so about 1 game.
Potter did 206 days, 31 matches. Pochettino did 325 days. I don't mean and 2 year manager be now bar. What was the benefit of hindsight? Say Chelsea ye team ye bar. Sabi ye be diagro. It's about results. And players are biano. You have to make sure that our players, Mako. And yes, you should name coaching is about so should be any now ferry now through. I cited this example of coach.
Did I you?
Any did you? Any amount. You have to be very blunt sometimes and tell them. So you don't need them. You have to be very blunt and tell them because honestly, sir, Raheem Sterling has sent me a king. Macheki selling under Pep Guardiola several times. When said there were some matches and Raheem Sterling no need Pep, even the starting 11. He wasn't even on the bench. What is any agents no more complaining to the Pep? Did you ever hear that? What is in opinion Semda? Say Raheem Sterling Pep
only a Pep.
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. It's what they say, Sterling the managers, and as the agents, but I respect agents and any principal relationship, The agent and today be your baby beer, I bet you are my principal, then was or representing me. But under Pep Guardiola, what they say, the agents are complaining about the fact say Pep and Raheem Sterling are more born be that. What is some complaining? And listen, Raheem Sterling has spent almost 10 years of Premier League, from Liverpool to Manchester City to Chelsea. Waka 3 years on his contract. He's 29. Raheem Sterling also speaking now. It's 29 years. So the Premier League first game at Chelsea won against Manchester City now. Commentator Nikache said Chelsea presented the second youngest team to start a Premier League. He's 29 years. 8-1 appearances in all competitions since of joining Chelsea in 2022. Was said 19 goals, 12 assists. 8-1 appearances, 19 goals, 12 assists. Last season, 8 goals, 4 assists. In 31 Premier League appearances. 8 goals, 4 assists in 31 Premier League appearances. Guys, Southgate was one friend. I didn't know agents or Manko Kase, I didn't know one friend Raheem Sterling.
I could try for Crown Kobe.
I didn't try. So I can say great time friend. But it's an agent who can say I didn't know Southgate time friend. But truth be told, what should Raheem Sterling say here? Is he a good player? Africano, yeah, to a diachina, and I am going to say, Rofunesa, yeah, to a diachina, dear Saint Tomago, at the end of the second over 2 good, yes, the young Tomago. Yeah, part 2 is something here. But Brofun is I'm surprised, say, under Enzo Maresca, Raheem Sterling managers, and as an agent, some person yes, sir. Because I think the guy is a weak guy. To bet we are pushing around. Okay. And just like Fifi said, me take the press conference now several times, and me bomb in some samano. Me bomb in some money pa. And so yeah, no nonsense. But there are some players who are now like be about regimes. Regimes, honestly, and then the captain on here, and then the kicker come Regimes should have led by now. I think Regimes can get Manoko. I say Manoko. Because on one planning here maybe Frebish said you all Kodia. Me want to quentin Regimes as all now. This was April. Any likely say be a Chelsea next game on against Servette movie. Even the Premier League game and just be ball next Sunday against Wolves.